Good evening and a very warm welcome to the Grassroots Weekender Show, Day 3, Sunday the 10th of May. This is the day. It's a miserable day. I'm looking out of my loft. Yes, I'm in my loft just because I'm not at the community building, my studio, DXTL Podcast. And I'm missing it, but hey ho, like everyone else, we've just got to go with the flow and see what the government tries to offer. And as I just said, it's been a miserable day today. We would forecast this. Nathan, we did get this forecast, not by myself but by the weather forecasters themselves. The weathermen, the weather ladies told us just what the weather was going to be like, and it wasn't going to be too good, and they were correct. Bitterly cold makes a change because we can't grumble. We've had some excellent weather, and hopefully we'll get some excellent weather in the near future. But miserable day means, or could it mean a miserable day as well when the Prime Minister comes on at 7 p.m. Oh, incidentally, I changed the format of the show today. Gone on at 8 o'clock rather than 7 p.m. just because I didn't think I would have been the interest when Boris is on talking about COVID-19 and what we expect for the very near future. Well, what's it mean for us? Do we get back into work? I need to know, because I need to put my Wi-Fi back on. Yes, I'm with XLN. I'll let you know what they're like. Telecommunications, part of BT. And I took my Wi-Fi out with them. But I had an agreement with them that they'd close down, because we're on close down for 2 months. They decided to do the same and help us out. But when I looked on my bank statement, they'd actually took the payment out, full payment, and I've got to query that when I get back in as well. You know, it's fair play to all the businesses who are helping each other out and trying to say to each other, you know, we'll waiver this payment, we'll do this. What I don't want is money to go on bills. I'd rather keep paying it so I don't face the consequences at a later date. Like most of us, we're all worrying about our mortgages. I'm okay, touch wood, as they say, because I'm working full time. This is my part-time job. Told you a few times. Part-time job, DXTL. Yes, we are a community interest company, which means it's a not-for-profit organisation. And everything we do, like this, what we're doing is just voluntary, and we're just trying to keep our listeners and our viewers, and welcome, by the way, DXTL TV from the Touchlines. If you want to switch over and go onto YouTube, you can watch me there, or you can just tune in to www.don'txtheline.com and listen to me there. It all depends, because I know the amount of people who tell me I've got a great face for radio. Says it all, doesn't it? Well. Anyway, there's no grassroots football, so we're wondering what the Prime Minister is going to be talking about this evening. I'll be watching it myself, and I want to know how it's going to affect us all. But looking over the weekend and looking at the posts on social media, it's the same old story where everyone has just totally vented out, and it's no good blaming the press. I'm sorry, the press saying, oh, we're going to be reopening these, we're going to reopen garden centres on Wednesday, the lockdown's going to be eased, and people are blaming the press, saying you shouldn't have put that in because that's giving us the opening to go out to the parks and just congregate. No, I don't believe that. That doesn't make any sense to me whatsoever. Now, come on, common sense still says, because the government have been saying all week, stay at home, stay safe, and that meant the weekend too. And I'll guarantee you the majority of you all stayed in today because it was miserable and there was nothing really you could go and do. If you've done your daily walks or your daily runs, brilliant. That's supposed to be extended by the government, so you can do a little bit more exercise. What we don't want is people mixing, congregating and making it worse for the likes of you, likes of me, likes of ourselves, who are just waiting to get back to normality. A little bit of normality. It's never ever going to be the same, not for a while anyway. A bit of normality within our lives, and know where we're going to and what we're doing in the future. Schools, they will be back. I'm not too sure when, but I guarantee you we're looking at towards the, well, there's my guarantee, not the government's guarantee, the end of June. But then again, you've got the kids. Why don't we just prolong it? Why don't we just keep the kids off till the summer holidays, and if the summer holidays come, just then send all the kids back to school? I think that was common sense, to be honest. I know you could say they're going to lose a lot more education. Well, maybe. But what I do say a million times is, I'm not sending my kids back to school. It's unsafe. And when you're working it out, it's the kids who are the safest ones regarding ourselves, aren't they? Because COVID-19 seems to get the elderly, not the children at the moment. But, you know, I'm not a scientist. I'm not pretending I know the score. We just got to wait till what the government tells us. The scientists can tell us exactly what's going on and where we stand. And that's what COVID-19 is all about. So we all await, because it is affecting us all tonight, this evening, and we'll find out just where we can go. But please, please, whatever the government says, if they say it's going to still continue to be a lockdown, then we have to continue to be a lockdown. I haven't noticed any lockdown whatsoever myself, driving to work to Warrington. I've said it since Friday as well, and a few times the previous week. Lockdown has just been a bit of a joke here. I carry my ID badge, I carry my letter from the company, and I've never been stopped, and I don't expect to be stopped to ask me where I'm going, because the roads are absolutely heaving. And I don't know whether you find that yourselves, wherever you are. This is on Merseyside, this is where I'm talking about, Merseyside. But hey ho, COVID-19, it's here. I don't know how long it's going to be here with us for, and they're telling us now the hot weather is not going to cure it, which we know that from Italy and Spain, don't we? Dear me. The cold weather, that won't cure it, so we just await a vaccine. So please, scientists, do your best. And I'm sure there is a race across the world who gets the first vaccine. Can you imagine the billions of pounds that we pumped into that? How much would it make that country? I saw a post the other day, Italy claiming to be the first one with the vaccine, so I don't know. Let's all just work together and get these going, please, and let's all put ourselves out of misery and enjoy ourselves when it comes to normality. I keep saying normality, but it's not normality. I'm still in that dream. And when I wake up every day thinking, COVID-19, it's still with us. I put the TV on. You have to put films on Netflix. You have to go on social media. My eyes are killing me because I'm on it that much. I'm trying to calm down a bit, and as you know yourselves, Friday, Saturday and Sunday I was going to try and do midweek, if it wasn't working, that is, in my other job, in my full-time job, and do 10 minutes evening and keep us all up to date with what's going on, and just to bring more viewers in. But I think social media, Facebook is doing a massive job. Everyone's on there, all doing dances, songs, and I put a post on yesterday. I don't know whether you saw the two lads there, and I thought it was absolute Guns and Roses, or whoever they were, Drums and Roses I think they called themselves, and it was from Scotland, and I just happened to glance on it, and there was a lad playing the bagpipes, and a lad stood there doing the old drum, you know, and do you know what? Fascinating, absolutely brilliant, really enjoyed it. I just thought tremendous, and I watched it for must have been 30-40 minutes, and everyone was joining, and it was just something different, something unique, playing together up-to-date records and having a right old go at them, and it was just getting you in the mood, and it was great entertainment. So Guns and Drums and Roses, well done to you over there in Scotland. I did send a message as well. I thoroughly enjoyed it, and I thought it was out of this world, and it just was something different and kept me going, kept me entertained anyway. So another day over, back at work myself tomorrow. Ooh, it's going to be busy, and I'm wondering what I'm expecting on the roads. Anyway, grassroots football, non-existent. What can we do? Managers, coaches, what have you got out there? Have you got all kinds of kits? Are you all waiting? What are you going to do when the kids come back and you try and put those kits on them? And whether it's too much food or whether it's lack of exercise, and will the kits fit them? Is this your worry? Before you've got to have some sort of pre-season training. I know all the kids are on social media showing you that they're running up and down and keeping together in their training methods, are they? And I'm sure you as a coach, as a manager, will be worrying yourselves thinking, I don't think little Tommy there is doing any exercises. Oh dear me, have I got to go out and buy brand new kits because the team, it won't fit them. They've either grown in one way or another, as they say, or height, and the kits just won't fit them because you haven't seen them for ages, and they've all forgotten about the coaching methods that you've put into, training. You had all the kids together and you're waiting to get them all together again and kick that ball again. You can't wait. Anyway, a brand new season. I don't think, well, if all the kits still fit them, then quid's in. You'll go into a different season with the same kit. Anyway, so good luck to all you coaches out there, and probably are worrying. Now we're seeing Premier League announcements coming through, 5 substitutions. We mentioned this the other day, I don't know whether you think it's right or wrong. And also, wash your own kits. Well, there's something for you now in grassroots football. But when I was a coach, and I give the kits to all the kids themselves to take them home and wash them, lo and behold, come the following week, where's your kit? Oh, I forgot it. This is the message that you got, and you were short of kits and you had to put all kinds of different kits on them. Is that going to be the same thing? Wash your own kit? I don't know what is going to happen. This is what we're all fighting or waiting to see what our fate is in grassroots football. I can't wait for the exercise to start again. Big exercise, when you're going around talking to the kids, talking to everyone else, meeting the managers, meeting the parents, meeting the committee members, the referees and the players themselves. Having a little conflab, as they say, good old chat, talking about what they've been up to, what have you been doing this week, what yourselves anyway, and last week, what was your week like? I know it was VE Day, we all celebrated that. There's all kinds going on. I must admit, you can hear the dogs, they're all out now, they're all partying themselves. Maybe the rain stopped. Anyway, is it going to be here for a few days? I don't know. Let's just see what the weather brings us. But we talked about the trophies yesterday. What are you going to do about your presentations? Are you going to have any presentations? Is it worth it? You're going to wait till the start or the end of next season? If you've got a few bob in your kitties, then why don't you just sort of put it away? I'm sure everyone will understand this year. Why don't you ask them to start paying pounds in a week? I think a lot of parents would like to do that and keep up to date a little bit with subs and take it off them when the new season starts. I think it'll be a great thing because it'll help the parents, if they've got it, when it comes to the new season, and you just say, do you know what, it's a free season, you paid all your subs and what have you. I know there's no holidays, and I think Cole the other day was telling me he was going to Skegness for a tournament and he's lost over £1,000 deposit. Wow, I don't agree with that one. I think there's some way out of that, surely, because of what's gone on. I'm sure some solicitors will take your case up there, Cole. So give us a message, give us an update on what's happened on that. How's your teams? What about your tours, your tournaments? Have you cancelled them? Were you going abroad? Were you going to Wales? Whatever it may be. Let's know about your tournament. Was it cancelled? Did you get your money back? Have you lost deposits? And I'm sure we as grassroots can all help each other out and try and get your money back from deposit, because I don't think that's right. You're not trying to make money for nothing and give it away to all these travel agents and what have you, because I'm still waiting for mine now. It's supposed to be by law. If your holiday is cancelled, you're getting a refund within the 2 weeks. Stated, yeah, I know. There's millions or thousands upon thousands who are trying to get refunds, but you'd expect that. If something goes wrong, you should have that in place as a travel agency, as a travel company. So, TUI, I'm waiting on you. I did write to them. That's what they suggest. Write up to them and tell them you're not prepared to take the credit. You would like a full refund. Yes, the fares will go up next year. Unfortunately, if they're over expensive, I just won't go away. I'll do something. And I know Wales, and I know the locally all say, stay local, keep Wales all busy and what have you. It's going to be cheaper. That'll never be cheap, because that's why people go abroad. Because when you go to Wales, they're scandalous. The prices are unbelievable. Even if you're going on a caravan, nice little caravan trip. Dear me, look at the prices that you're paying there. It's just scandalous and it's wrong. And this is our own countries. In the UK, we're going away. We're trying to make a difference. We're trying to give our money to local businesses and what have you. It doesn't work. It doesn't wash. Anyway, what are you doing? What have you been doing? Have you got your cancellations for your holidays? The kids, well, they've had a massive break like ourselves. Everyone who's been furloughed, good luck to you. Let's just hope it all settles down this evening. We're all awaiting. We can't talk about it until next Friday, because that's when we'll be back with the Don't Cross the Line podcast and DXTLTV from the Touchlines on YouTube. So, as I say, if you want to switch over to YouTube and see me in my loft, well, I'm all ears and I'm all eyes, and I just wish everything goes well for you, and I welcome you to our show. And if you've got any ideas for us, we'd love to hear from you. Or if you just want to tell us that your child's birthday is such and such a date and your child is practicing on, and what they're doing and what your team is doing, to be honest, to pass over this lockdown, the lockdown measures, to get them back into grassroots football as soon as it is allowed and safe enough to do so. Okay, we've talked about presentations, when you're going to have your presentations. Are you going to have your presentations? I'm not too sure what all the leagues are doing. People are asking the questions on there, but surely the league can keep their trophies for next season. Okay, the trophy businesses will probably lose out a lot. It's going to be, you worry as to think what's happening within business, where they all going to be going, what they're going to be doing when it comes to next season in football, not just football, every business. So we're all counting the cost, I suppose, of what's happening. But what I don't want, please, what I definitely don't want is the likes of the government who turn around and say, right, what we're going to do is put your taxes up to pay for the furlough, because I've not been furloughed. Is it fair, really, if I've been out there working and then they suddenly say, you've got to pay the extra expenses, and if you were furloughed, you could have had it, but you weren't furloughed. I'm a key worker, I've got to do that job. And that goes volumes for all the care workers and the NHS as well. Would they suffer with the taxes going up? Are they going to be putting something into perspective and saying, no, we'll do something for you, give us a massive pay rise, that'd be nice, and then we could all pay our taxes, extra taxes. I don't mind that. But anyway, we're coming to the end closely to our show now, DXTL Grassroots Podcast, and we've enjoyed your company for the last 3 days. Thank you very much for tuning in, listening in and watching us as well. And I've done the extra on YouTube just to sort of like get the viewers up. I don't expect many at the moment because I haven't really been banging it out and telling everyone. I just put it on the podcast, on the radio show at 7 p.m, and I also do a premiere, so it coincides with YouTube, and you can get me on both sides then, both channels. But we're looking to do a lot more different as soon as we get the go ahead to go back, and I'll keep you informed on what I want. It's going to be very interesting. I want it to be very interesting, and I want your involvement as well. So if you can get involved with us, if you're a coach, a manager, a business, we love you to get involved with us. All these volunteers who are getting involved in different charities and organisations, come on board with us, please. If you're a referee, volunteer with us. There's not much you can do now, we know that. If you're a junior and you want to become a junior ambassador for Don't Cross the Line, get involved with us. And if you just want to be an ordinary volunteer and help us out, especially when it kicks off again and starts up in the grassroots season, then we'll really welcome you on board. We look forward to you working with us. Don't Cross the Line, going into our 18th year. Not bad that, community interest company, not-for-profit organisation, and we've been going for 18 years, and we want to go a little bit longer because we think we will, because when it starts back up again, I can only see us protecting our referees, protecting the kids on the football pitch from irate parents who are just waiting to let loose and get going at the referee because they haven't shouted for many months regarding football. Well, there you go, day 3 come to an end. Let's just hope Boris himself, can turn around and give us some hope, and hopefully this coronavirus will be gone forever and ever and ever, please. We look forward to tuning in and being with you next Friday. So thank you very much indeed for tuning in to the DXTL Podcast and DXTLTV from YouTube. We appreciate you tuning into us and having a little laugh with us and just being interested. I don't want to go on too long because I could be on here for 30 minutes, but that'll come when we get our guests, I assure you, and we'll make it more interesting. So in the meantime, please keep watching, please keep listening, and we'll see you at 7 p.m. this coming Friday. Let's hope it's a great week for everyone, but always remember, and I know this is going to be happening, stay at home, stay safe, be safe, look after one and each other, please. And if there's anyone near you locally who you think might need a bit of support, well, give a little knock on that door and help them out. From myself, Marley, and all the team here at the Grassroots Show, Don't Cross the Line and Respect campaign, have a great evening, be safe, good night, God bless.